You need a guy. I'm probably not strong enough to do that. I might hurt some.
Back-to-back games, back-to-back days.
I know. I was like, schedule-wise, I just work when I can, but I ain't seen Tampa. I think maybe one time in the last 3 years, and I had them earlier, and then twice, and I have them once in the second half. So, I mean, I live here, but I work a lot of Division I, so it's like, so like whenever we were able to work, we're doing.
How many D1 games going on right now?
Today? No, there are, because it's Christmas time. Like I work the next 2 days at Stetson. Yeah, I'm at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So there's tournaments all over. And then right after Christmas, there'll be tournaments. Kind of like the same concept here. Yeah. Right? Why not? I'm telling you, I get a year older every year. I'm 50 now. I get a year older, and kids stay the same damn age. I'm like,
You do women and men?
Nah, just working on women. I probably, like the week comes out here, and then we work probably 80 games in 4 months. Work a lot of games, a lot of travel, but we love it.
We love doing our stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of thinking a lot less stress calling the women than the men.
Right.
A lot less up and down too, probably. I mean, yes, they do go up and down, but they're going up and down is different.
They don't play above the rim and all that stuff. Not as physical.
It's like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And this is a test.
1 2 1 2 1 2
4. 1 2 3 4. Sounds like I hear you and you hear me.
Yes, I can hear.
Very good. We'll be back, folks.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. All right. Well, we got an anthem anyway.
There we go.
We got an anthem. Ah, I love it when that happens.
Just in time.
Yeah, they don't. I think that must be her. Look, they don't have 44 in there. Oh, she doesn't start every game anyway.
Okay.
So, okay. All right, sir. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to University of Tampa women's basketball. Today, in the final game of the holiday tournament here at the Martinez Center, the 8-1, check that, 8-1 at home, Tampa Spartans. 9-2 overall this season. The Spartans have won now 6 of their last 7 games, and they today take on the Malone University Pioneers out of Canton, Ohio, a team with a 3-4 overall record. Yesterday, in the first game of the tournament, Malone defeated Florida Tech 55-50, snapping a 3-game losing streak and holding the SSE school to only 13 second-half points, 4 in the fourth quarter as they rallied from 13 down to get the win. The Spartans, meantime, beat Southern Wesleyan, pulling away in the second half to win 82-65. Scott Lynn along with Jack Ike, and the starting lineups have been introduced for the Malone Pioneers. We'll catch up on them. But Jack, what do you think about this one today?
Well, we were both impressed with Malone coming back yesterday. Florida Tech looked like they had him dead to rights and controlled most of the game yesterday, and then just sort of let it get away. And Malone came back, never gave up, and ended up taking the lead late in the game, and then taking the 5-point win. 5-point win.
All right, let's get the starting lineup. I'm going to give you the Malone Pioneers starting lineup. Number 2, the point guard, sophomore, 5'4", out of Macedonia, Ohio, Holly Groff. She had a big game yesterday against Florida Tech, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Number 4, 5'11", the only senior on the team, Balin Derlin, the leading scorer at 14.3 points a game out of Hartville, Ohio. Number 10 is Chrissy Vaughn. Vaughn has started all 8 games now this season. She's a 3-year starter, averaging 9.6 points a game out of Stowe, Ohio. Number 13, Sydney Wentling, is a sophomore, 5'10", out of Cary, Ohio, averages 7.4 points per game. And Peyton Struther, number 14, has starting today. She's averages 4 points per game. The junior, 5'8", out of Millersburg, Ohio. The coach in his second season as head coach is Rick Tice. For the Tampa Spartans, Faith Sanders, number 1, 5'10" senior, 1-year letter winner out of Savannah, Georgia. Starts at 1 swing person position. Number 4, Rachel Warden is the point guard. Warden, 5'8", sophomore from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Number 5 is Karma Jeremy, the senior, all-second team, SSC last year, 4-year starter for the Spartans out of Orlando, Florida. Stacia Titer, who has transferred in this year out of Georgia State University. What an impact she's had. Leading scorer and rebounder for the Spartans, 5'8" junior out of Orlando. And Molly Franzen, number 44, has started all 12 games now, and the Spartans get the basketball first. Molly Franzen, a 6'2" center, a junior out of Tinley Park. This is Titer, the first shot of the game, and nicely done.
That's a good start for the Spartans.
Titer had a tough first half yesterday in the game against Southern Wesleyan, but came on strong, scored 8 in the third quarter when the Spartans pulled away and broke open what had been a tight affair. This is their leading scorer, Derlin. Nice little hook inside, no good. Carmen Jeremy with the rebound for Tampa. Pushing in a hurry. Franzen running the floor, catches, shoots, up and in.
Nice. It's nice when your center can lead the break like that and get the pass and put it up and in.
Molly Franzen.
Franzen a little quiet yesterday, starts strong today.
Lauren Cody came off the bench and had a big game for Tampa. The shot here off the iron, no good. That shot was attempted by Vaughn. Tampa with the rebound, pushing it in a hurry. Here's Sanders. She's picked up before she can get to the basket. And now Rachel Warden will set things up, trying to look inside to Franzen. Titer kicks to Karma Jeremy. Franzen defended inside by Derlin. Now Jeremy all the way to the basket. She scores, and she is fouled.
Boy, she knows how to turn that left corner and just accelerate toward the hole. We've seen it so many times in her career, but a lot this year.
Yeah, she really has done well with that left hand. She is a right-handed shooter, but she has a very good left hand.
This whole team, its offense seems to be predicated around setting that pick on the right side of the lane and then darting in for the left-handed layup.
And it has worked very well throughout the season. So just a minute, 18 seconds in, the Spartans with a chance to take a 7-0 lead.
That's why your coach always made you shoot left-handed layups.
Yes, indeed. Jeremy makes the free throw. It's 7-0. The Spartans are 3 of 3 from the floor. Meanwhile, the Malone University Pioneers have missed their only 2 shots. Wentling on top. Kicks over to Vaughn. Chrissy Vaughn goes inside. Here's Derlin. She falls down, manages to get the ball out. Struther gives to Derlin. Now back to Groff. Groff spin move, working on Rachel Warden. Kicks it out on top. Driving down the lane now, and a pretty drive, but no finish. Peyton Struther beat her defender, but didn't get the basket.
I believe we had a 7-0 lead yesterday right out of the gate.
Well, in the second quarter, I believe.
Was that what it was?
I think,
okay.
Yeah, they scored the first 7 in the second half.
That's right.
I don't think it was
not to
the start of the game. A 2-point shot, again, no good, and Karma Jeremy with a rebound, her third. The Pioneers have missed their first 4 shots from the field. The Spartans, meantime, are 3 of 4. Faith Sanders, the screen set by Franzen. Sanders all the way to the basket, puts it up, and off the iron, no good. The rebound hauled down by Struther. Here comes Groff, pushing in a hurry. The shot by Vaughn is good, a 3, and they're on the board are the Pioneers. It's 7-3.
She shot that one really quickly, got a nice little pass, knocked it down.
Vaughn is the leading 3-point shooter in makes and attempts. She's now 18 out of 43 for the year. Over 41%. Tighter. Nice feed inside to Franzen.
So Molly coming through with 4 points of the first 9 for the Spartans compared to yesterday where she had 2 points.
Beautiful assist by Tider there. Could have shot herself. Instead, just dumped it down to Franzen for the easy deuce. 9-3. Inside Derlin. Spins over Franzen. No good. Stays with it, but it's Rachel Warden that picks it up in the corner, and she's fouled. Derlin, number 4, fouls Warden, number 4. A long way from the basket for the Spartans. First substitution for either team as Naomi Grandison has checked into the lineup, the leading rebounder, even though, and this is the first game that she did not start this season. She had started all 7 previous games, but Grandison has 19 offensive rebounds in 7 games. She will get on the glass.
Yeah.
And she happens to have good bloodlines as well.
This is true, and you know it more than I do, but her dad is a former NBA player.
Yeah, Ronnie Granderson played for several teams. I think 4 different NBA teams played in the CBA.
He was here yesterday, wasn't he?
And he is here again today as well. The whole family, they've followed this team around. In fact, his daughter, another daughter, Ronnie, Ronni, is an assistant coach for Rick Tice. 6:15 left in the first. Jeremy kicks it out in the corner to Sanders. Sanders thought about a 3, now driving, 6 on the shot clock. Nice stutter step. Back inside she goes.
Nice.
Boy, that was a nice hesitation dribble. She took it to the rack and scored.
Faith Sanders came back, missed the first couple games with an injury to start the season, then came back at 16 points in her first start of the season, game 3, then kind of went a little quiet and a little shy about some offensive play and has picked it up lately.
Grandison takes the entry pass and immediately goes up with a left-hand hook from the left side of the basket. A pretty shot there. Dad Ronnie must be very proud.
Didn't waste any time to get on the board.
Sanders, defended by Vaughn. Another nice feed. Now it's kicked out to Sanders. They're definitely looking for Franzen on the pick and roll. Now, all the way to the basket. Faith Sanders.
She's definitely eyeing the hoop when she gets the spot now. I think maybe she figured it out, or the coaching staff said, you're too good to not score.
Yeah, very aggressive yesterday and today. 3-point shot, no good. Off the iron, here it comes in a hurry. Jeremy lost it, picked off by Chrissy Vaughn as it was tipped away. Here comes Groff. No numbers there. Franzen was back to defend. So Groff now will set it up. And the Pioneers will run their offense. They're down 8. This is the largest lead for Tampa. 3-point shot by Vaughn off the back of the iron. And Jeremy with her another rebound. In a hurry. Boy, the Spartans are running. And Jeremy with a rebound basket. She's got 5 rebounds and 5 points already.
So she's on her way to about a 65-65 game, I think.
Hard to keep that up. Largest lead of the game, 10 points. 15-5. 3-point shot by Wentling is off the iron. And there's Faith Sanders. That 5'10 length and jumping ability. She was able to go up and corral the defensive rebound. Rachel Warden for 3. Oh, my! The Spartans are on fire. They're 8 of 11 from the floor. And they have made both of their 3-point tries as well. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left. in the first quarter. Rick Tice and the Malone Pioneers say they need a timeout. So we'll step aside. It's 18-5 Spartans here on TampaSpartans.com.
And here are some of the sponsors bringing you these games this year. Mr. Empanada. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough, cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Our empanadas are a culinary treat. 9 locations around Tampa. Enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. And Tropical Smoothie Cafe. The menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal, all made to order from the freshest ingredients. Our toasted wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and bowls are made fresh. Quality meats and cheeses, fresh produce, flavorful sauces. Located downtown at 200 North Tampa. Over the river, but not through the woods, just around the corner from UT. But I tell you, Rick Tice could not wait. Normally there's an official timeout under 5 minutes, and the last couple times down I noticed after Tampa scored, he kind of looked at the clock and thought about it, and this time he said, I've got to do it.
Yeah, he had to stop the clock and take the timeout there. 7 straight points for Tampa over the last minute 18, and it's a 13-point UT lead, 18-5. Scott Lynn along with Jack Ike. Nice to have you with us, whether you're watching as a fan of the Spartans, the Sunshine State Conference, or the Malone University Pioneers. It is great to have you with us.
And members of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference.
And an offensive foul is called, so that's a turnover. We played pretty good basketball here. That's the first turnover for Malone. Turnovers now even at 1 apiece. The foul was on number 3, Sydney Foster, who checked in during that timeout. Molly Franzen kicks on the outside up. She slid her pivot foot as she attempted to make the pass off.
One thing I don't think we've seen this year is Franzen and Cody both having pretty good games at the same time. Yeah. One usually has a great game, the other a little quieter. It was Cody's turn yesterday. Yeah. Franzen's off and running today.
You mentioned this team from Malone as Franzen comes away with the basketball. Driving to the basket, and now we're going to have a traveling violation. Again, unselfish play. Malone won the Great Midwest Atlantic Conference last season. It was Malone, and they made the NCAA tournament. First time in school history. That was in Rick Tice's first season.
Nice.
They even defeated a Division I school, Bowling Green, last year. The shot, no good by Ellen Doyle, who came in during that timeout. In fact, pretty massive substitutions. Doyle, by the way, number 44, working on Franzen down low. She had a career-high game yesterday. That shot no good. Rebound ripped down by Sanders. Doyle scored 15 points. Her previous career high was 4. Big-time game. Baseline jumper is knocked down by Stasia Titer.
Whatever they're doing just works right now.
They are definitely coming to play here today.
9 of 12. Tampa averages about 65 points a game, and they are well on their way to exceed that. Not that it'll all keep going.
Right. Ball knocked away by Titer. Corralled by Struther. On top it goes. Backdoor cut, beautiful feed. Reverse layup, no good by Foster, the sophomore from Florence, Kentucky. Rachel Warden. Inside it goes to Franzen. Left-hand hook off the iron. Rebound by Grandison.
Look for the shot, though. You got to like that.
Grandison averages 10.3 points, 6.1 rebounds on the season. This is Vaughn. Ball out of bounds. Tampa ball.
You know, the Sunshine State Conference, its footprint is the state of Florida. Basically, the bottom half, cut the state in half. Most of the schools are there. And then you look at the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Its footprint is Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, and West Virginia.
Yeah. Cover a little territory, don't they? Griffin Dempsey, number 11, has checked in now for Tampa, along with Lauren Cody, making her first appearance of the game as well. Cody out of Findlay, Ohio, as a matter of fact, the junior.
Might know this school.
And now a takeaway. Good defense that time down by the Pioneers. Cody went to Liberty Benson High School. That should be familiar to those of you watching in Ohio. driving to the basket, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Just made her mind up that she was going to go to the rack. She did, hard, but Strother is called for the charge.
Jeremy inside that charge zone, if there was any debate on whether it was or not.
Griffin Dempsey out of Huntington, West Virginia. You mentioned that's part of the territory as well.
Now, are they changing the call?
I think
they may be changing the call.
They might be saying that she was inside the circle.
I thought she was well inside of it. But there's two circles, a men's and a women's.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying it is a blocking foul, and therefore Strother will go to the charity stripe to shoot two. So good work by the officiating crew. They got together and said, hey, look, we got to make sure here that, you know. So the foul is on Jeremy, a blocking foul.
Inside the arc.
And Strother will go to the free throw line for two. She is perfect on the season, 4 of 4.
There, you ruined it.
Oh, I did. Check that. Well, she scored the basket. That's why, apparently. It was instead of the...
Yes.
I did ruin the perfect shooting, but the basket did count, so It wasn't for two. She did make the basket when she made the contact. So, I stand corrected. It's 20-7 now. Our stats monitor hasn't updated that information, but that was the case, apparently. Long shot, no good off the iron. And
boy, that was Karma. Jeremy took that one. I got to see how many threes she has taken this year.
Not many.
That may be one of the first.
Just her second.
Okay.
Just her second. You're right. It stunned me. I forgot.
Yes. Not sure why. Was it late in the shot clock? Because she normally wouldn't do that out of the ordinary offense.
Final seconds of this first quarter. Wetling with the left hand off the iron. No. Cody out to Strother. Check that. Tighter, and Tighter just lets the clock expire. So we've come to the end of the first quarter. A good first quarter for the Spartans. They shoot 64% to just 17% for Malone. And at the end of the first period of play, the stats monitor says 20-5. The scoreboard says 20-7.
Believe that.
I think the scoreboard is correct.
Yes.
Scott Lynn, Jack Ike with you here on TampaSpartans.tv.
DP Dough delivers cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including the University of Tampa. For calzones, wings, and breadsticks, order online at dpdough.com. It is open late. And Rebuilt Meals. Whether you are a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy foods, our meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that will fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. And we've got a theme going here. Clean Eats, a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue and open until 7. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats.
Well, Strother shot just one free throw, right?
Yes.
Which would have been for the three-point play. So even though, and they have her with no field goals on the stats monitor, so I think they're trying to figure out why the scoreboard is different than the stats monitor as well right now.
Well, they're sitting right next to each other.
They should converse. All right, so we start the second quarter. It's 20-7 in the first quarter. I'm going to add a field goal and an attempt. There we go. They've updated it here. So the stats monitor is now correct.
With the correct person.
I'm glad we helped out there.
Thank you.
So it is 20-7. And the official shooting for the first quarter is 23% for Malone, 3 of 13, while Tampa shoots 9 of 14, 64%. The Spartans with a huge advantage in the rebound department, 13-4. Jeremy was 6 in the first quarter. Derlin to the basket, no, and it's out of bounds off Tampa.
Tampa had a huge rebound advantage yesterday over Southern Wesleyan at the half, 23-10. The problem was Tampa had 13 or 12 turnovers at half.
Yeah, they're playing much better so far in this game. Derlin strong to the basket. Nice move. Doesn't get it. It's off the iron, and there's Jeremy chasing down her 7th rebound to go with 5 first quarter points. We're now early in the second. Rachel Warden will set it up. Franzen up high, takes the pass. They're looking to Jeremy inside, and there it is to her. Nice pass to Franzen, 17-footer from the elbow, no good. Good find, though. Groff gives it up to Vaughn. Derlin, and now it goes to Peyton Strother. Strother to the basket. No. Nice defense by Tampa. Here come the Spartans in a hurry. And there's steps taken on the catch by Faith Sanders.
Just didn't quite catch it where she wanted it and had to kind of readjust, and they noticed.
5th turnover for Tampa. Derlin will sit down and get a breather here. Grandison on top, defended by Franzen, looking for somebody to give it to. It ends up in the hands of Vaughn. Now it's Groff. Groff defended by Warden. And now they're going to call Warden for the push-off. Her first personal foul and Tampa's first in the second quarter. 20-7. Largest lead was 15. At 20-5. There's a three-point shot by Vaughn off the iron, and Warden has it. They make about 8 threes per game, but they have not had success so far today. And a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. Second Tampa team foul. Jeremy with the personal. Her second, and that will bring Emily Ashew out of Naperville, Illinois. The junior, 5'9" guard, played her first 2 years at Bradley University. She comes in for Karma Jeremy, who will sit down with 2 personal fouls. Only player with 2 fouls thus far. Grandison, defended by Franzen. Hands to Groff, catch and shoot. It's a 2. Toe was on the line. Grandison keeps it alive, but it ends up in the hands of Faith Sanders. Now stolen in the backcourt by Peyton Struther. Good defense. The Pioneers will take that. Here in transition to the basket, losing the handle, out of bounds, Chrissy Vaughn. She was going aggressively to the hoop and just lost the handle. First quarter was well played, certainly, by the Spartans. Second quarter has not started off in the same fashion. Warden gives to Ashew. Ashew, good shooter, takes it all the way to the basket. Strong with the left hand.
Oh, gravity.
Oh, my, just enough English on that one to make the basket.
Gravity won out on that, over that one.
Boy, she put just enough spin on that thing to curl it in.
Rolled it over the top and down.
22-7 equals the largest lead thus far.
And again, it was another left-handed layup cutting the corner.
Here's the shot by Struther. A 3 rattles around and down. So their second three-pointer of the day. Vaughn has one, and now Struther does. And Rachel Warden gives. Ooh, I thought Sanders was going to launch a 3. She doesn't shoot him off, and she's fouled as she drives to the basket. Sanders with 13 threes in the 9 games in which she has participated. And checking back in now for Malone is Balin Derland, the 5'11 senior. She was all GMAC second team last year when she started 29 games and averaged 12.2 points, 6.4 rebounds, and Derland had 3 double-doubles last year. She's had 1 this year, and now holding Emily Ashew is Sydney Wetling, even before the ball was inbounded. Wetling picks up her first personal foul, or is that her second? That is her second. Inside it goes. Up, off the iron, no good. A chance for a three-point play there, but Sanders couldn't quite get the ball to roll in.
And again, she did a really smart thing. I saw Karma Jeremy do this yesterday. When she got the entry pass, she came down, went straight back up, didn't put the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
It just didn't go down that time, but that's the way to do it. They don't give the defense time to get set.
That free throw rolls around and down. Now, Sanders is shooting under 50% for the season. 46% coming into this game, 12 of 26. But that actually is also improving. Yeah, and she is better than that, and she's worked on it extremely hard. She's been here a couple hours before the games working on her free throws, and she makes both of them here.
The form looks really good. Sometimes it's just head games, and you just got to overcome it.
She's now at 50% after making those 2. So that's a big thing for her, I'm sure. Grandison now with it. It's Groff. Groff defended by Warden. Kicks it out. Struther thought about a 3. Backs it out. Now Groff. 4 on the shot clock. Groff's going to have to get the ball up in a hurry. No. Oh, nice presence of mind by Wentling. And the ball kept alive by Grandison and hauled in by Derlin. They'll reset. Grandison. Inside it goes to Derlin. Derlin thought about going there, knocked away by Ashew, but hauled back in by Groff. Groff gives on top. Derlin. Crossover move. Now turn. Jumper. Off the iron. No. Grandison, an offensive rebound. I think we mentioned that earlier, huh? She's got a good nose for the basketball. Derlin to Groff on top. Groff now defended by Titer. Gives to Grandison, who's defended by Sanders now. Two pretty good athletes there. Groff, ooh, boy, she thought about a three. Drives to the basket. Boy, disdains the shot right at the hoop and kicks it out for a three. Now whistling a foul on the drive. Fourth team foul for Tampa, so it'll still be Malone basketball.
Second on Warden.
Strother was taking it strong to the basket, so that's going to bring Griffin Dempsey back into the game. Rachel Warden will sit down. Warden with her second foul. 5:55 left. Second quarter. Tampa up 24-10. Strother thought about a three, gives it back to Groff. Groff's not a shooter from deep. At least has not had a lot of success this season. Grandison turned and scored over the defender. She's got the height and the jumps, the hops to be able to do that.
She knew it there, and she got that entry pass. She knew she had a plan as soon as she got it.
She's a good three-point shooter, and there's an offensive foul.
Franson, hard pick.
That's going to be her first personal foul. Grandison, despite playing down on the low post, is the top percentage shooter from beyond the arc this year for Malone. She's made 11 of 25, 44%. But she is definitely very tough around the basket. And coming back into the game now is Chrissy Vaughn. Vaughn, a three-point shooter we mentioned. She's already hit one today. She has made 18 out of 43 this season. About 42%.
You had mentioned yesterday when we watched a little of the Malone game that Tampa may be at a home court disadvantage because Malone traveled so well and the Tampa students are on break.
Right.
But Tampa's done a good job of keeping the crowd out of this one.
Yeah, very much so. The good start, the 7 quick points, got things going. There's the three-point shot, and she banked it in. Now, I did not anticipate that.
Yes.
The bank opened on Tuesday here in Tampa.
Still counts 3.
It does indeed.
The lead down to 9. That's as close as they've been in a while.
Father Ronnie with a big smile on his face after that one. And a whistle and a foul.
I bet you he would banked a couple threes.
Yes, he has. He probably has. Fourth team foul for Malone, so Tampa will have it on the side. The 15-point lead has been trimmed to 9. Malone just wanted to get it back to single digits before halftime, and they've done so with 5 minutes left in the period. A shoe looks at the clock, says, we got a lot of time. Let's set this up. Danny Dreyer is in the game and defending now Titer. All the way to the basket. Wow. She beats Dreyer and gets the layup. Good, strong, aggressive move.
All of a sudden, the lane was wide open, and Titer noticed.
There's a three-point shot. No good by Derlin. A shoe. Looked ahead, saw Franzen, said, nah, I'm not going to try. Franzen had run the floor. Here's a three. It's off the iron. No. And grabbing the rebound is Derlin. One of the easiest rebounds she will ever have right there. 4:15 left here in the second quarter. Grandison defended by Sanders. Groff kicks it out on top. Back to Groff. Vaughn kicks it into Grandison. Working inside. Big height advantage there. Working on Griffin Dempsey. Whistle and a foul. And it's the 15th foul, so 2 free throws coming for UT.
Molly Franson will go to the other end to shoot.
But first, a timeout. 3:57 left in the second quarter. Tampa's led by as many as 15. Right now it's 11. 26-15 Spartans on TampaSpartans.tv.
And Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above, the nearest location to the UT campus, 2121 West Kennedy, just down the street from the campus here. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. And if you're looking for a place to stay, the Courtyard by Mary.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
last season after they won the great Midwest Atlantic Conference and played in the NCAA tournament. So it's a young team. Only one senior on the roster. They've had some growing pains. Bill Edens, the assistant coach, I had a chance to visit with him before yesterday's game, and he was telling me how, we just have to hang in there because it's a young team. Last year they had 2 senior point guards. They're both gone. Now they have 2 sophomore point guards. And not to say anything about their talent, because they're talented, but experience. Big difference.
Yes. You look at, they have not played a home game since December 2nd. They started the season off on the road and then had 3 consecutive home games, but this will be their 4th consecutive road game.
So far this year, they are 1-2 away from home, 1-0 in a neutral court.
Yesterday.
So they're 2-2 away from their home confines in Canton, Ohio. And here's the free throw by Franzen off the iron. No. Molly Franzen out of Tinley Park, Illinois. Played 2 years at Northern Kentucky. This is her first year. She didn't play last year here at UT because she had that injury, a knee injury. So thankful to be back and be healthy. 27-15 the score. After the made free throw, 1 of 2. There's a 3-point shot.
Oh,
Dreyer knocks it down. She is the best percentage shooter. She had made 6 of 13 before that one, so she's 50% from downtown now.
Earlier in the game, you mentioned they hit 8 3-pointers a game and hadn't hit any. Well, now they've hit 4.
Yeah, as we
halfway.
Yeah, well, not even halfway. You're right. Griffin Dempsey kicks it out to a shoe. A shoe crossover, kicks it out. The ball got tipped out. 5 on the shot clock. Dempsey knows it. Pick set by Franzen. And Franzen will have to shoot a 3. Nope.
She did shoot it.
She's 0 for 6 from beyond the arc so far this season, and I think a couple of them have been as the shot clock has
desperation.
gone down.
Yeah, that's not a normal shot.
We approach the 3-minute mark of the second quarter.
3-pointers have helped Malone get back into this game. 12 of their 18 points on 3-pointers.
Grandison, what a nice spin move, but boy, Franzen, good help defense. Now Ellen Doyle, strong move, and Franzen is called for a foul, even though she got a lot of ball there. Up above, perhaps there was some body.
Tom Jesse went hiking down to the other end of the bench so that no one would hear
he was just
what he had to say.
Just checking his daughter's Christmas list. That's all that was going on there. Tom Jesse in his 16th season as Tampa's head coach, the program's winningest coach all time. 312 wins against just 146 losses as Ellen Doyle makes the first free throw. The assistant coach is Caitlin Mitrick, graduate assistant Elena D'Alfredo, who tells me she'll be leaving after the game today to go home to Spain for a 5-day break, and then they come back and start practicing on the 27th. Both free throws good, makes it a 7-point game. Malone edging back into it. Dempsey gives. Tighter. Cody set the pick. The offense not real smooth at the moment. They're going to call a foul on Malone. 2 free throws coming for Emily Ashew. The foul is going to be on Danny Dreyer. Dreyer, the sophomore from Waterford, Ohio.
Tampa has only committed 6 fouls in this game. The problem is Warden, Jeremy, and Franzen each have 2.
Yeah. Ashew makes the free throw. That is not a surprise. She has excellent form and makes them both.
She is now 92% free throw shooter.
She's now 13 out of 14 on the year and kicking herself because she missed one. 29-20. Ellen Doyle, her career high, again, 4 points until yesterday when she scored 15. There's a 3-point shot, no good by Dreyer. Dempsey ahead to Tighter. Boy, nice pass right through traffic. Back to Dempsey. Gets to a shoe. The 3-point shooter knocks it down. Great presence of mind by Griffin Dempsey as she found the shooter in the corner, and give credit to a shoe as she drained it.
7 points now for Emily. Take the scoring lead for Tampa.
Driving to the basket and kicking it out, losing the handle out of bounds. It'll be another turnover. Just the 5th, however, of this half for Malone. 32-20, 146 left. Tampa shooting 57%. Malone has upped that percentage now to 26%. Remember, they had just not a very good start. 3-point shooting, though, as you said, Jack, that's helped them a lot. They're 4 of 11, 36%. 12 of their points coming via the long ball. They were trying to get it to Cody. Instead, it's Tider for 3. Stasia Tider rises up and knocks it down. It's a 15-point advantage again. That, again, ties the largest lead.
She's about a 50% three-point shooter, so that's not out of the ordinary for her to knock that down.
Off the iron, no, and Tider pulls down the rebound. Yeah, you're right. Tider with her first 3 attempt of the day, and she is now 15 of 30. So you're right. She is exactly a 50% shooter, and Tampa's best in that. Oh, here she goes again. She was feeling it. She's fouled. They're going to say on the ground.
Now they
after
gave her
the shot.
Scoreboard gave her a 3. The official book here has that as a 2. I thought that was well beyond a 3.
Well, in my mind, I think it's a 3.
There's a point difference again. Scoreboard
and
stat monitor
makes the first. I guess she was fouled in the act of shooting. I thought they said after the shot was taken, but she's going to get 3 shots. So Tider just made a 3, and now she has a chance to get 3 the hard way, at least from a free throw line. Carrie Hill, 6-foot junior from Strongsville, Ohio, number 23, has checked in now for Malone. And Tider misses the last free throw. Did not get that to go. Struther with the basketball. Pick set by Doyle. Doyle rolls down. Here comes Vaughn. Vaughn gets it up from the baseline, off the iron, no good. Tipped up and around a couple of times. Nice save. She stepped on the line out of bounds. It'll be Malone ball with 40.6 left in the quarter. They'll probably correct the stats monitor again at the half.
Yep.
I would suspect. They're aware of the issue. I can see their confusion right now.
About a minute and a half left in the quarter is when Tider hit the 3.
Yep. 7-second difference, game clock and shot clock, as Griffin Dempsey will run it down a bit. With about 10 on the shot clock, she will go to work. She gives to Tider. Tider defended by Doyle. Spin move, Tider run it. Double dribble. Yep, she turned it over. Good defense. Nice post defense by Ellen Doyle, the 6-footer. Young sophomore. Grandison's in. Doyle will bring the ball in the backcourt and give to Groff. Groff, by the way, ending the first half yesterday, banked in a 35-footer from half court. So let's see if she can create some magic for Malone right here. 7 seconds left. Groff gives Grandison 4-3. Off the iron, no good. Groff got it back. Lays it up. It'll count. She did it again. Groff, she's the buzzer beater deluxe for the Malone Pioneers. And yes, she did do it again, Jack. 37-22, your halftime score.
In a little bit closer this time, and only for 2, but a big momentum swing there, keeping it at a 15-point lead. Couple more sponsors before we head to half. Florida Orthopedic gets a big shout-out. Their doctors, Selman and Gasser, and Florida Orthopedic Institute, and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to UT
Hey, Jack,
athletes.
while I give some scores, why don't you go tell them that was the three-pointer? They look like they cannot figure out what's going on at this moment. No, maybe they got it. Let me look here real quick.
Nope.
No, they gave it
to the wrong person.
They gave it to the wrong person. Why don't you go help them sort that out, as I will give you some quick updates on the scoring. For Tampa, the leading scorer is Tider. She has 11 points and played the entire quarter. 11 points, 4 rebounds for Stasia Tider. 7 points for Ashu in 10 minutes off the bench. 6 points for Sanders. 5 points for Jeremy and Franzen. And playing but not scoring in the first quarter. Oh, Rachel Warden had 3 as well. But not scoring is Dempsey and Cody. 59% shooting for the Spartans. 13 of 22. They were 2 of 5 from downtown. 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Out-rebounded the Pioneers by 10-point margin, 22-12. For Malone, the leading scorer is Grandison, 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 15 minutes off the bench today in her first reserve role of the season. 5 points for Struther, 3 points for Dreyer and Vaughn, and 2 for Groff right there at the buzzer. So that's the scoring there. Wentling has played and not scored, so has Hill, Derland, Foster, all scoreless in the first half. Now Derland, 0 for 6 from the floor. Derland happens to be their leading scorer at 14.3 points per game. So Balin Derland is having a bit of a time deciding how to get through this Tampa defense. We have reached the half. It is 37-22. The Spartans are on top of Malone University. Scott Lynn and Jack Ike with you here. The Tampa Holiday Classic. We'll take a quick break and come back in about a little over 10 minutes. Nice to have you with us here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
this a really long half?
Seems like it, doesn't it? Maybe they were just figuring out the score thing before they started the clock.
They didn't. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You want to go now?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. 37-22, the halftime score. The University of Tampa Spartans leading the Malone Pioneers here in this holiday tournament. This is in fact, or in essence, I should say, the championship game of this tournament, as these two teams did win their first games yesterday. And so this is sort of the championship game.
Yeah.
Now, it was not set up in that tournament format. They were going to play each other regardless.
Yes.
But this is going to be, at least for bragging rights, of the holiday tournament.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The reason that they set it up this way is it's two SSC teams, and Tampa doesn't want to have to play Florida Tech, or vice versa if it were to work out that way.
Yeah. In the first game today, by the way, we should mention that the Florida Tech Panthers did bounce back from their loss yesterday and beat Southern Wesleyan 87-51. A blowout win in the first game today.
I think Southern Wesleyan just kind of hit the wall, gave the Spartans a good run for their money for 20 minutes.
Also, we should mention that Malone is without one of its players, who is in fact here today. 6'1" freshman Kaya Powell. She had suffered a high ankle sprain, an injury last week, and she is in a boot, so she is not in uniform here today. Has played in 3 games and is just unavailable today. So we're about ready to start the second half. We mentioned the good shooting by the Spartans. They were 59% from the field in the first half. 3 of 6, 50% from downtown, and 8 of 10 from the line. Malone was 8 of 32, 25%. 4 of 12 from beyond the arc, 33%, and just 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Only got to the line 3 times. The officials, by the way, have done a nice job today, I think. Ronald Ludington, John Akins, and DeAndre Campbell. Nice as we approach the holidays that the officials make time to work the games.
Mm-hmm. And after today, they pretty much deadbolt the gyms in D2 schools around the country. From the 21st to the 26th, no one allowed in the gyms, no coaching, no practices.
Spartans have the basketball to start the second half. I'm Scott Lynn, Jack Ike alongside. Nice to have you with us here on TampaSpartans.tv. Franzen, pump fake, kicks it to the corner. Tighter. Inside it goes. Double teamed was Jeremy. She gets to Franzen, 5 on the shot clock. She drives and is fouled on the drive.
Franzen had a nice first half, 5 points, 2 of 5 shooting, hit a free throw. Karma Jeremy, 5.7 rebounds, so I think she had the 7 rebounds in about the first 6 minutes.
I think so. Derlin, by the way, picking up her 3rd foul early here in the second half. Strother had fallen down in the lane, and she was getting stepped on by everybody.
Vaulted over like it was an equestrian event or something.
Inside it goes. Jeremy kicks it out. Rachel Warden for 3. Off the iron, no good. And rebound hauled in by Holly Groff. Groff pushes ahead in a hurry. Strother now backs it out. Good transition D by the Spartans. Vaughn with the basketball. And the ball kicked. That'll be a Malone basketball. Groff will inbound under the basket. Spartans with a height advantage today. Down in the center spot, and there's a nice step-through move and a good finish by Sydney Wentling. Wentling with her first basket, first points of the day. 37-24. The shot is good by Rachel Warden.
Last year, she wouldn't have looked for that. This year, much more comfortable. I walked in with her parents, and they mentioned how she was a point guard in high school as a freshman. They moved her to shooting guard, and now that she's back at point guard, they said it took her a year just kind of get used to that again.
Groff with a runner off the iron, no good. Franzen had a hold of it, but no, inside position, and now Franzen's going to be called for the foul as Derlin out-battled her for the ball. She had the inside position, and then Franzen had to reach over the top. That's her 3rd foul, Franzen. And Tom Jesse's lobbying for a held ball situation.
Explaining the rules to the referee.
Which is his personal Christmas gift to them. Free throw made by Derlin. Derlin's first point. Again, we mentioned right during the break, as Derlin scores her second point of the game. Derlin, averaging 14.3 points, is the team's top scorer. So to hold her scoreless in the first half was key. Warden looks at the basket, which the net is still up on the rim.
That
the last
net has been just like that for the last couple games.
It has. The last 2 days, we've seen that net hung up on that rim all the time. Jeremy to the basket. Lays it up and off the iron. She did accomplish something. She got the net down. Sydney Foster, though, grabbed the rebound. Foster, sophomore, 5'5", out of Florence, Kentucky, playing the point right now off the bench. Here's Strother. Good defense there by Titer. Inside it goes, knocked away. Derlin saves, but it gets into the hands of Faith Sanders. Tampa pushing ahead. Rachel Warden lays it up, and no good. But she'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws as she's fouled by Sydney Foster.
Good job by Faith Sanders to see that Warden was there, but she got a little bit too far under the basket, couldn't get the ball to crawl over.
Rachel Warden, we talked about it yesterday, that she has really started to be a presence on offense, and you alluded to it a little while ago, but she had a career best game against Lynn when she scored 23 points, 7 of 9 from downtown in that game as Grandison comes back into the game, replacing Vaughn. But even since then, 7 points is a career high, 9 rebounds against Valdosta State, 10 points, 6 boards against Barry, 15 points, 4 of 6 threes against Southern Wesleyan yesterday. And she makes both free throws to give Tampa a 15-point lead, equaling the largest of the game. They're trying to look into Grandison, who's posting up against Titer. Titer with good defense. There's a three-point shot knocked down by Wentling. Wentling, who just moments ago got her first basket, now has 5 points. Warden, Sanders. High pick by Cody, who's in the game now for Franzen, who sat down with the 3 personal fouls. Titer comes off the pick, keeps the dribble, kicks it out to Jeremy. 10 on the shot clock, a lot of time. Jeremy knows it, kicks to the corner. Faith Sanders all the way to the basket and scores. She blew by Peyton Strother and got the easy deuce.
That's about the second or third time she's taken that baseline and just put it off the glass and in. Sanders now with 8.
Strother with a basketball, hoping to bounce back. Derlin thought about a 3, but Cody with the long arms kind of
makes you have second thoughts.
Yeah, she had second thoughts, no question. Grandison now drives toward the basket, laid it up with the left hand, tried the reverse, and Cody with a rebound for Tampa. Here's Warden. We're about 4 minutes into this third quarter. It's still a 14-point lead for Tampa. There's Jeremy with the left hand. Count it, and 1. With exactly 6 minutes left in the quarter, the Spartans with their largest lead of 16 and a chance to make it more as Groff will come back in for Sydney Foster. Also, Ellen Doyle will check in for Derland, who has the 3 personal fouls.
For being a righty, Karma Jeremy gets so many left-handed layups.
Indeed. And Peyton Strother sits down. Chrissy Vaughn checks back in for Malone as well. Exactly 6 to play here in the third. The Spartans maintaining that double-digit lead now as Malone had made it a single-digit deficit at one point, but now Tampa's up by 17, the largest of the game.
I believe they had it down to 7.
Yep, I believe you're right. 3-point shot is off the back of the iron, no good, and comes into the hands of Sanders, who gets her 6th rebound. She has 8 points as well. She could be thinking double-double today. Lob inside for Jeremy, and Cody, who got her first assist of the season on a play similar to that yesterday, tried to get greedy.
I think she wanted the alley-oop slam dunk from Karma there.
Yeah, and Karma would have had to been above the rim to get that one. Lauren knows it. Now Malone with the basketball, driving, and right elbow jumper knocked down by Vaughn. Chrissy Vaughn averages almost 10 points a game. 3-year starter, the junior from Stowe, Ohio, 5'9". Warden thought about launching. Groff was behind her, but she passed off to Jeremy. Now Faith Sanders to the basket. They say she's in the act of shooting, so she will get 2 free throws. She tucked that in her left arm like a tailback. So there's timeout on the floor just inside the 5-minute mark. 4:59 to play here in the third. It's Tampa 46, Malone University 31. You're watching it all here on TampaSpartans.tv.
And one of the great places to stay in Tampa is the Crown Plaza.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
This is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and have a party. The Press Box, 222 Southdale Mabry. Embassy Suites downtown, right in the heart of downtown, just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in downtown Tampa.
Well, this is about the time yesterday that the Malone Pioneers started their comeback. They were down 13 to Florida Tech and came back and just did a great job holding the Panthers to just 4 points in the fourth quarter. They outscored the Panthers of Florida Tech 15-4 and pulled out the victory, 55-50, snapping their 3-game losing streak. So don't get cocky, Tampa fans. A long way to go as Faith Sanders trying to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Check that. She didn't make the basket. I stand corrected. But she missed the first free throw. She had made her first 2 today. The second attempt is good.
There we go.
47-31. Tampa's largest lead was 17 a moment ago. Groff with the ball. Gives it to Grandison. Defended by Sanders. Derlin came up to set a pick. Just takes the ball back. Karma Jeremy, good defender. Not going to give Derlin any chance to score. Derlin has only 2 points in this game. Has not made a field goal. She's 0 for 6. 3-point shot by Groff. Off the iron, no good. That's Groff's 24th attempt from downtown this year. She's only made 3. And at the other end, it's Anastasia Titer. That was too easy, according to Coach Rick Tice. And he calls a timeout saying, hey, ladies, we got to get back on defense. Largest lead of the game for Tampa, 49-31, an 18-point advantage with 4:25 to play. Scott Lynn, Jack Ike with you on TampaSpartans.tv.
And your trusted Tampa Subaru dealers, Mastro's Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. Mastro's Subaru, our reputation rides with you. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are made the firefighter way. Served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. Located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard. Firehouse, founded by firemen. And the Bay Harbor Hotel at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway.
The Spartans have 6 assists on their 17 made field goals. A little bit under what you might consider normal or what you'd like. However, there's been so many drives to the basket today that you can't be disappointed with that assist number because they're taking advantage of beating the defender off the dribble. Just 1 assist in the game credited to Malone at this point.
Well, yesterday the Spartans got a lot of assists when they drove and somebody came over and covered them and they dished. This time they're just kind of free reign right to the basket.
Ellen Doyle to the basket. Cody got the block upstairs but got her with the body, and 2 free throws going to come here for Ellen Doyle.
By the way, congrats to the men's basketball team. A 92-80 winner over Hawaii Hilo in Honolulu last night. Yesterday, whatever way you want to look at it.
Late last night or yesterday in Hawaii.
So they go 1-1 on their trip, and I saw some pictures on what they've been doing. Went to a pineapple plantation, places like that.
Nice.
Rainforest, you name it. Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, that's cool. What a great experience for those guys. Peyton Struther checks back into the game for Naomi Grandison now. As we hit the 4-minute mark, it's 49-33. Doyle made one of two. Actually, she made both. I stand corrected. Again, I looked down for a moment and missed the first one going through. Here's Sanders! Very aggressive to the basket, and she's in double figures now with 11 points and a chance for a three-point play. She smiles.
Yeah.
Well, she should.
She got bumped, knocked her about 2 feet away from the basket. She still stayed alive, rotated the body, banked it off the glass and in.
To your point earlier, there's not the help defense that we saw from Southern Wesleyan yesterday. If they can get by the defender, it's almost a clear shot to the basket. Three-point play by Sanders. And she's over 50% shooting from the line now. So
very good
for her. Ellen Doyle kicks the ball around. It's Groff now. Doyle gives it back to Groff. Groff will give it on top to Struther. Struther to the basket. Runs out of room. Good defense. Tried to get it to Derland. Just 1 second on the shot clock when the shot went off the backboard. It didn't hit the rim, but that's okay. Rachel Warden got the rebound. 19-point lead for Tampa. 52-33. Warden backs it out. Very patient. Between the legs dribble by Carmen Jeremy. She is just such a gamer. She just is active all the time. Warden, catch and shoot three. Around, no good. Rebound was hauled in by Vaughn. Now it's Groff in transition. Gives it back. Vaughn for three. No good. Jeremy grabs the rebound.
Taken away.
And it is stolen in the backcourt. The shot up and in. And they were actually looking for a foul on Derland as well, but she made the basket. I guess there may have been incidental contact.
I think they bumped shoes, and it just kind of threw everybody off balance.
It did, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul on Groff trying to get through the screen of Cody. And that's going to send Warden to the line. I guess maybe that she grabbed Warden as she was coming off the screen. I thought they were going to call her for bumping into Cody, but apparently it was holding Warden as she tried to come off the pick. 2:10 left. 53-35 now.
Warden, a 63% free throw shooter.
By the way, we've seen now Ellen Doyle on the Malone team make all four of her free throw attempts here. She was 5 of 7 yesterday in her career high 15 points. But those 7 free throw attempts were her first of the season. She had played 95 minutes and not had a free throw attempt.
Really?
And she's 6 foot and she's a post player. How does that happen?
Wow. Oh, nice try.
Nice play. Chance for a three-point play coming up here for Groff. Holly Groff, 5'4" sophomore, played in 30 games last year. Scored a career high 15 points against Ohio Valley. This season, her high is 11 points against Northwood. She has 4 points so far here today. Third foul on Rachel Warden, so she sits down as Griffin Dempsey comes back in. And the free throw good. 54-38. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Griffin Dempsey. Stasia tighter now. Comes off there, almost rose up for a shot. Got on her tippy toes. Did not leap in the air, therefore no travel. Between the legs dribble. And now whistle on a foul. 2 more free throws coming on for Faith Sanders. Sanders doing some wheeling and dealing. A little bit more one-on-one play than we normally see from Tampa today.
No doubt about that.
And not that that's a bad thing. It's like they seem to believe we can beat them.
They can take you off the dribble.
Yeah. And all that hard work coming in early is paying off for Faith Sanders.
And I think that's the other reason Faith is doing this is she feels good about the free throws, so she's just trying to get more.
Well, nothing wrong with that. She just scored her 13th point, which ties her season high.
And ties her with tighter for the game high.
And that one off the back of the iron. No, Groff. She had scored 13 against Nova Southeastern in SSC play. A minute and a half left, third quarter.
And that was her first game of the season.
Shot blocked by Cody. Here's Jeremy. To the corner. Griffin Dempsey for three. Off the iron and high for the rebound. Stacia Titer. Dempsey will now hold it up, and they'll run a little clock before they shoot again. Cody comes up and sets the high screen. Spartans playing. To the basket goes Jeremy. Up, no good. Tipped up and out, and Griffin Dempsey with the offensive board. Now they'll set it, run some more clock. We're inside the final minute of the third. Tampa up 17. Groff almost drew a charging foul by Dempsey. Inside it goes to Cody. To the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Karma Jeremy now between the legs dribble. Titer for three.
Wow.
Boom. She knocks it down. 20-point lead. 58-38. And again, that net was swished and up on the rim. They stop play so they can bring it down. I've never seen a net so anxious to hang on the rim.
They need to fix it.
That is a loose net down there. But a 20-point lead. Grandison and Groff in the backcourt now will inbound as we see Danny Dreyer back in the game. Also Wentling. Joined by Ellen Doyle. That's the five as they go for the final shot of this third quarter. Down 20, 58-38. Tampa, largest lead of the game. Groff gets it to Doyle. Doyle spins, shoots over Cody. Never an easy task, and it's out of bounds. It'll still be Malone ball. 3.5 seconds left in the quarter. Doyle is 6 feet tall, but Cody is 6'3" and has some long arms. Tough to shoot over her. Wentling is 5'10". She has a 2-inch advantage over Titer, but Titer's so tough and physical. She's
a little more physical player.
It is hard to beat her. Yeah. What an addition she's been to the Spartans team. Going to be a factor in the Sunshine State Conference. It is inbounded. Grandison loses the handle. Jeremy knocks it away, and no shot attempt as the third quarter comes to an end. So Tampa with its largest lead of the game, shooting 55% in the third quarter alone, 58% for the game, and the Spartans lead it by 20 with 10 minutes left. 58-38, Tampa over Malone. You're watching it all with Scott Lynn and Jack Ike on TampaSpartans.tv.
And the University Dining Services. The Outpost offers an affordable classic menu. If you're a loyal Tampa Spartan fan, come post up at the Outpost. You know, I've never understood that street name. It's just Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Then there's North Boulevard and South Boulevard.
It would really be confusing if it was actually Boulevard.
Yeah.
That would really
Usually
mess
there's something in front of the name.
Boulevard Squared or something.
Yeah.
There should be something there. I agree with you. That's right.
It's just called Boulevard. First time I ever saw that, I was coming down here the very first time, and it said turn on Boulevard. I'm like, what Boulevard?
Which one? Yeah. So Malone will have the basketball to start the final period. Tampa up 20, 58-38. Spartans trying for their 10th win of the year in 12 games. They are 9-2. Malone trying to get back to the 500 mark. They are 3-4 on the year. Good defense here, this time down by Tampa. 3-point shot, no good. Molly Franzen back in the game for the Spartans, pulls down the rebound. Karma Jeremy is going to be fouled. It's a blocking foul, whistled on Sydney Wentling. Out of bounds, Tampa basketball. A little wet spot on the floor now. Now the Tampa team does come back right after the holidays and play on the road. Saturday, December 30th, they're at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach. We don't call that game, of course.
Right.
Next time you'll hear from Jack
and I. It will be available on a stream.
Yeah. Yes, it will. At Sunshine State Conference. That new digital thing is awesome for everybody.
Yes.
Free, and you can watch all the games. That's terrific. And then Saturday, January 6th, Palm Beach Atlantic, right here in Tampa. The women play as well as the men that day.
A noon and a 2, or a 2 and a 4.
2 and a 4, yeah.
After this game, Sunshine State Conference all the way.
The seas parted, and Karma Jeremy went right through for an easy deuce.
Again, that's why you're not seeing that many assists today, because they can get to the basket.
And the ball is turned over, 8th turnover. This one an unforced turnover by Malone. It's 60-38, 22-point lead. Karma Jeremy with 10 points, just 1 rebound shy of another double-double. She has 2 this year already.
Third Spartan to hit double digits.
Tighter faked right, goes left, shoots. Front of the iron, no. Tipped into the hands of Peyton Struther, who brings it up for the Pioneers. Almost threw it to the bench. Derlin to the basket, throws it up. Tough shot, no good. Knocked it away from Jeremy, though. This ball's out of bounds off Tampa. It'll still be Malone basketball. Well, Derlin's having a tough day. 1 of 7 from the floor. Just 4 points for the leading scorer for the Pioneers. She's 10 points under her average at this point with 8:33 to play. Inbounded to Sydney Foster. Derlin sets the pick. Foster goes to the left elbow. Now kicks it out on top to Dreyer. Dreyer working on Sanders. Gives it up to Struther. Struther to the corner. There's Dreyer for 3. Good 3-point shooter. Does not get that one to go. Dempsey the rebound for Tampa. Here come the Spartans. Up 22 and looking for more. The Spartans played very confident basketball so far here today. Lobbed inside, and Grandison knocks it out of bounds. Good defense.
Franson's been a little quiet since a quick start. Matter of fact, both high post players have been somewhat quiet today, not really needed like they were yesterday.
A lot of just driving to the basket. Of course, Franson had the 3 fouls as well.
Yeah, and she had 2 baskets within the first 2 minutes. Cody, no points.
Jeremy for 3. It's wide right and sails out of bounds. As the shot clock expired, so.
Again, she just had to get that one up in the air.
They reset the shot clock as Malone will bring it inbounds. 22-point lead for Tampa. 7:40 left. Grandison trying to get it into Derlin. Does. She's working on Franzen. Nope. Skip pass to Dreyer. Dreyer drives, lobs, trying to get it inside to Grandison, but knocked away. Franzen got a hand on it, I think, and here comes Tighter. Tighter all the way to the basket. Might have got away with steps, and it's going to be out of bounds. A foul actually called on the rebound. Stasia Tighter whistled for the personal foul. Her first foul, and the team's first in the quarter. Did you see what I saw? The official almost...
It looked like a triple jump.
Yeah, and the official started to raise his hand on the baseline and decided, maybe she didn't travel. He didn't change his mind because he didn't go through with the call.
Right.
Missed shot. Griffin Dempsey now will slow it down, and Tom Jesse says, let's just run a little clock before we launch the next shot. Pick and roll.
Oh,
Franzen had a clear path.
Wow. And
just made up her mind she was going to dish outside. Maybe she was listening to Tom Jesse saying, let's run some clock.
Could be.
Inside, Jeremy. Out to Franzen. Franzen, pump fake. Grandison got there. Now Dempsey for 3. Rattles around and out. And Jeremy with a rebound is fouled by Peyton Struther. 4th foul on Struther. Wentling also has 4 fouls. Dreyer checks out at this point. Groff is in.
Spartans have out-rebounded Malone 33-20 today. And they've kept the turnovers down significantly. They have 10. Malone has 9.
Tampa has been whistled for only 10 fouls today, and Malone for 19. If you're watching in Canton today, you're probably thinking, yeah, he finally mentioned the foul disparity. That's a Tampa announcer. Griffin Dempsey defended. Inside it goes. Franzen spin. She's been in the lane since November. Off the iron, no good. Rebound by Grandison. 6 minutes left. Driving to the basket. Groff lays it up. She's fouled. Good strong drive by Holly Groff. Groff, no assist today. She is the team leader on the year at 4.3. But again, just only one assist credited. I'm not so sure there might not have been one or two extra in there that just didn't get called. Free throw good. Ellen Doyle is back in the game for Malone. That free throw good by Groff as well. She makes them both. Makes it a 20-point Tampa lead, 60-40. Rachel Warden looks like she might be checking back in momentarily. Griffin Dempsey gives double high post to Karma Jeremy. Struther up there as well. There's Jeremy between the legs dribble to the basket. Strong move. Whistle and a foul. She wasn't involved in the play, but Holly Groff kind of said something to the official like, boy, I thought that was all ball. She wasn't in his face or anything, but just thought, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Just a subjective thought.
Yep. So now 20 fouls to 11. And again, it's just the way the game has gone partly. It's not, we're not saying anything about the officiating here. In that regard, they've done a nice job today, I think, on both ends. Missed free throw by Jeremy.
You know, the other thing, too, if you're wondering about the foul disparity, is Tampa has been a lot more aggressive going down the lane, too.
Yes. Well, that again, that's it, you know. Mm-hmm. And when you're aggressive going to the hoop, you're going to draw fouls. A team that is three-point shooters,
not as many.
They don't go to the basket that much. And Jeremy misses both. So she stays at 10 points with 10 rebounds, her third double-double of the season. That three-point shot is drained by Chrissy Vaughn. She's hit a couple of them today now. And Vaughn with 8 points is the leading scorer for the Pioneers. Tampa will run a little clock. 17-point lead. Tighter. Thought about a three, but there was still 15 on the shot clock, so they'll run a little bit more time before they shoot. Karma Jeremy. Nice pass inside, but Franzen was double-teamed. Quickly to Tighter. Ooh, Franzen deserved an assist there. Tighter just couldn't get it to go. Here now, coast to coast goes Groff. Lays it up and in. Job. And a timeout by Tom Jesse as this team's back within 15 in a hurry. So the largest lead, 22. But a 7-0 run over the last 69 seconds has made Tom Jesse say, look, we need a timeout. So with 4:47 left, it's Tampa 60, Malone 45. Watching it here on TampaSpartans.tv.
And for generations, Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Fans after the game.
Tom Jesse got his message sent in a hurry, sent and delivered. The Spartans have not scored for the last 4 minutes and 26 seconds, but it's been the last 69 seconds that the 7-0 run has gotten the attention of Tom Jesse and the coaching staff, and hopefully of the players at this point, as Rachel Warden is back in the game here to run things at the point. She'd been out with 3 personal fouls for a while. She'll bring the ball up, and Tampa will obviously run some time before they take a shot. Tighter, defended by Grandison. Malone looking for another defensive stop to try to continue the comeback. Franzen into Karma Jeremy. Now Franzen for 2. It's good. She had her toe on the line. It's a 2-point shot. 62-45, and that stems the tide.
She doesn't take many threes, doesn't hit many threes, but you get her just inside the arc, and she's a lot more efficient.
The shot of 2 is good by Vaughn.
She's hit back-to-back threes for her.
The toe on the line that time, I think.
Called it a 2?
Called it a 2. 62-47. And now Groff with a steal. All the way up. No good. And that's a big miss at this point. Rebounded by Sanders. Sanders came and grabbed it. Her 7th rebound to go with 13 points. They'll run the offense again. Take time off the clock. If there's a whistle and an offensive foul on Tighter as she turned her back on the handoff and Groff ran into her. So that's an illegal pick, according to the officials.
Yeah, it almost looked like she was just turning to do a handoff as opposed to a pick.
And Tom Jesse was trying to make that point and actually still is, as he is talking to Ron Leddington about it. 15-point game with 3:23 to play. If Malone hits here, you almost can anticipate more pep in their steps.
Sure.
Grandison open 3. There you go.
There you go.
The Pioneers continue their comeback. They're back within 12. And with the three-point shooting that they do have, that's 4 possessions, folks. They've made 7 of 20 in this game. Just under their season average of 7.9 makes per contest. Franzen sets a pick, and now a whistle and a holding foul. It's going to be called on Vaughn, I believe. It is just the 4th team foul for Malone. So it'll be Tampa ball on the side, but Tampa shooting 2 free throws now the rest of the way. Which might be necessary, the way things have started to look here. Tampa's largest lead was 22 with 9:16. They took the 22-point lead with 9:16 left in this quarter.
So it's gone away in 7 minutes.
12-2 run. As Malone has made 4 of its last 5 from the field, including some three-pointers. 2.5 minutes to play. 12-point Tampa lead. There's Tighter. 16-footer, no. Oh, and I really think...
I thought pushed from behind.
Yeah, it looked to me like Franzen might have pushed off to get that offensive rebound, but she ends up with the ball in her hand, and she is fouled. 4th personal foul on Grandison. And Franzen to the line. She makes it. She's now 2 for 3 today.
Tampa as a team, 17 of 23, 74% from the line. That's helped them a lot today.
Yeah, big advantage. Just 9 of 9 free throws made for Malone, only 10 attempts. Derlin is in. Malone down 14, has been on a bit of a run, but the Franzen free throws help because it's now, again, a 5-possession game. There's a steal. Great anticipation by Karma Jeremy. She's taking it to the rack, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming. The personal foul is going to be on Groff. That'll be her 3rd. You know, I really thought maybe Karma would want to pull it back out and run some more clock, but she smelled points. She thought, I can get to the basket.
And there's another example of why there's the foul disparity.
Yeah.
Is she drove the lane and got fouled going up.
She's 2 for 4 from the stripe today. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Tighter leads the way with 16 points for Tampa. And Sanders has 13. It got very quiet in here. And Jeremy makes the free throw. Second free throw coming. It's off the back of the iron, no. And the rebound, Wentling. 15-point lead, just over 2 minutes left. There's no quit in the Pioneers. Here's a 3 for Grandison. Off the iron, no. Rebound by Franzen. Franzen with 9 points and 5 rebounds now. Warden with it. 1:45 to play. Tighter, who's played well today. Karma Jeremy between the legs, inside to Franzen. Boy, right there, easy layup. But she gives it to Jeremy for three. Karma Jeremy's first made three of the season.
She smiled about it.
Happy about that.
Got her into double digits.
It did.
Actually, she was already there. Got her to 13 points, 10 rebounds.
You know, it's interesting because Franzen had a chance to get into double figures by just putting up the layup, and she was right there. But she kicks it out to Jeremy for three, so she gets the assist. So that's okay. I hope they give it to her.
Yeah, that's twice now. She's had a chance to just turn around and lay it in, and turned around and went the other way for someone else.
Well, at this moment, I'm just looking here at the stats monitor. They did not give Molly Franzen an assist on that. Now, that's got to be corrected.
Yeah.
because that was a thing of beauty. Anyway, it's 67-50, and the Spartans look like they're going to hold on after a little bit of a scare from Malone here in the fourth quarter. The Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. You can see the games this year. It's free. Go to the SSC, and you can click on the games. Watch them. That's a great thing. Great exposure for the conference. Rachel Warden with 1 minute to play. We see Carly Pisano, the freshman, 5'6", from Lisbon, Ohio, is in the game right now, number 12. Defending Warden, who's out there dribbling some of the time away. Warden now with 7 on the shot clock, gives to Karma Jeremy. Jeremy kicks to the corner. Tighter for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound by Chrissy Vaughn. 67-50. Grandison rejected by Tighter. And now the Spartans will bring it out and probably run out the clock as the shot clock is off with 20 seconds to go. Warden is out there being defended by Pisano. The freshman's like, oh, I don't want to be in just to let the clock be dribbled out. I'd like to steal this. But if they're going to run out the clock, it would be bad form to steal it right here.
Hey, and with 5 seconds to go, we aren't back on the air until January. So Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody.
Very good. That's Jack Ike. I'm Scott Lynn. The Spartans get the win here, 67-50. The Spartans now 10-2 on the season. Malone is now 3-5 on the year. Leading scorer in the game today was Tighter with 16 points. She had 5 rebounds as well. 13 points for Sanders and for Karma Jeremy. Sanders with 13 points and 7 rebounds. 9 points for Molly Franzen, 7 for Emily Ashu. And I don't believe Emily played in the second half. Those were all first half points. 9 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist for Rachel Warden in the game. Cody played but did not score. Also, Dempsey played, did not score. She did have 4 rebounds and an assist in 13 minutes off the bench. Vaughn and Grandison lead the way for Malone with 10 points each. 9 points for Groff. She had 4 rebounds as well. 5 points for Wentling as Struther. 4 points for Doyle and Durland. 3 points for Dreyer, playing but not scoring, Foster and Hill, along with Pisano, who came in the final seconds. Stay with us. We have a very special guest here who is going to be joining us. And putting on the headphones now is Stasia Tighter. Stasia, congratulations. Well played game. Nice job.
Thank you.
Let's get that microphone right in front of your face here for a second. We got it up there. There we go. It got down below you there. All right. Stasia, nice job.
Thank you.
So, again, game high, 16 points. I just gave your stats, 16 points, 5 boards, an assist as well, and a block shot very late. That had to feel nice, a way to cap the
absolutely.
thing. So this team got off to a great start today. Was that kind of one of the focuses, trying to get off to the good start today?
Oh, absolutely. I especially coming out from yesterday's game, how we came out not so good, not Tampa's tempo. But today, Coach talked to us, and, we got focused, and we wanted to come out the gates this game.
This is a game in which, again, it was almost decided from the get-go. I mean, but give Malone credit. Even after falling behind by 22 in the fourth quarter, they came back and made it a 4-possession game. I mean, it was 12 points just like that, and there was still a lot of time.
Yeah.
There was no quit in that team.
No, not at all. I know they wanted it, and especially after a win yesterday, they wanted to keep it going, but it wasn't going to happen today.
Today, so many times we saw Tampa players driving to the basket and either scoring or being fouled. Yeah. And it just looked like you were a step faster than the defenders in almost every situation.
Yes. Yeah, I try to work on that as much as I can because that's one of my strengths. So I try to get to the cup as possible and also shoot the basketball.
And you did shoot the basketball well, a couple of threes, 2 out of 3 from downtown today. You are very efficient at that. Coming into this game, you were 14 of 29, almost 50%. So now you're at 50% plus from 3. This is something, obviously, you have as part of your game.
Yes, absolutely. I work on it almost all the time, and I try to perfect my craft as much as I can. This is your first year here. Do you like it? Yes, absolutely. It was a great transition out of the program I came from, and I also learned well from Coach Jesse, and he's taught me a lot. And how much do Caitlin and Elena help you? Well, Elena actually playing from here and knowing the system more than I do. She helps me a lot, and also as well as Coach Kate. Absolutely. We're going to let you go in there and celebrate with your team. Congratulations. Nice game. And are you going home for the holidays then? Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Can't wait, right? Did you make a nice Christmas list? Everybody know what you want for Christmas now? Yes, it'll be better after this win. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Thank you. That is Stacia Tyder, who, again, scored a game-high 16 points to lead the Spartans to the 67-50 victory. Well, that's going to do it from Tampa. Maybe I was going to leave after this game to Portland. Go back home. I do want to mention, though, that Tampa did shoot 51% from the floor today, and that was a nice job all the way around, 22 out of 43, and did make 19 out of 26 from the line. Again, Malone was 9 of 10 from the charity stripe, 17 of 52 overall, 33%. 3-point shooting, again, Tampa made 4 of 13, and Malone was 7 of 21, 33%. Final score here in Tampa, it's the Spartans 67, the Malone University the Pioneers with a score of 50. 67-50 the final. We want to wish you all very happy holidays, and we will talk to you after the first of the year. For Jack Ike, Scott Lynn, so long, everybody.